My name is Dr. Mark Cosgrove, and I'm the head of the psychology department here at Taylor. Distinct means stand out. We think we stand out in the psychology department because of the integration of psychology and Christianity. Many schools will talk about integrating faith and learning, and Taylor certainly does. And that's the difference in Christian universities and state universities. But the question becomes for us, does it make a difference? It does make a difference in that we want a comprehensive program for integrating psychology with our Christian worldview. We'll have 3 courses that are very different. 3 courses: integration of psychology and Christianity, looking at the philosophy of integration, looking at the different models, the way Christians integrate psychology and Christianity, looking at some issues just to learn how to deal with issues. We have a 2nd course called biblical psychology, looking at the theology of human nature, human problems, solutions to human problems, a grounding to the rest of the study in psychology. And then thinking practically and world problems, we have a course called Christian Marriage. It's a difficult social problem for non-Christians but also for Christians, and we want it to be practical with our faith, with our students. Every course that we teach, we want the professor to work from that Christian understanding, to think Christianly about the subject matter of the course, about the methods, about the interpretations of data in the course, about applications in a distinctively Christian way. In the psychology department, we also have a different approach than just the classroom approach. If you had to look at education, what graduate schools and employers are also demanding, besides good classroom work, is hands-on education. And we have 3 approaches to hands-on education that our students take part in at least 2 and maybe all 3. And these include a practicum experience, which means working somewhere in the psychology world, hospital, mental health clinic, a camp for the handicapped, where they're getting credit for actually working as psychologists in the professional world where the work is being done. We also have research experiences. Research experiences meaning our students get to work with the professor in a small team doing research that begins with a literature search and ends up with a professional presentation. Thirdly, we look for intercultural hands-on work. We have professors who will take students, for example, to Dublin to work with AIDS victims. We have a professor every year who will take students to the Bahamas and work with churches in terms of their counseling needs and their biblical growth needs. And we have a professor who will regularly take students to South Africa or some other country where there's the peace reconciliation problem. Our students are getting an intercultural hands-on experience. It would be a shame for a department that taught personality theory to be impersonal with its students. In order to be personal, especially in a large major with larger classes, we seek to interact with our students in terms of the directed research that I mentioned, where a small group of individuals work with a professor. In terms of mentoring, where there can be mentoring relationships or small Bible studies, a professor with a small group of students. We interact with the psychology club and try and be with students during the things that the psychology club does. We also have small seminars where we would try for 10 or less students to talk about a very specific topic that we would explore as a small class. Most professors live close to campus, and so we can attend student athletic events, musical events. We can be there when they have questions, when their parents are here, or their grandparents are here. So living close allows us to spend more time with them personally. We're a large department, and yes, we are in the classroom, and yes, we do research and we interact, but we seek, first of all, to be personal.